Hello, everybody. I'd like to give a speech about the branches of government. I'm Matt Storms, and I want to tell you a story from the Morning Call, mcall.com. It's about an 18-year-old mayor, Mount Carbon, Pennsylvania. Jeffrey Dunkel isn't old enough to pop open a bottle of champagne yet, but that didn't stop the 18-year-old mayor or his councilwoman mother from celebrating his inauguration Monday. Dunkel, who got involved in politics after studying local government for a high school class, was elected to a 4-year term in November. He ran unopposed and won with 43 votes in this Schuylkill County borough of around 100 residents. The mayor is paid a stipend of $50 per month and has no office and no budget. Still, Dunkel said he is taking the job seriously. He said his biggest goal is to hire a neighboring community police department to patrol the borough. He will also have to deal with his mom, Kathleen Dunkel, who was elected to the borough council seat with 22 write-in votes. But you don't have to hold public office to be interested in government. I think the three main points to know are the three branches of government, which are the executive, the legislative, and the judicial branch. Together, they are held together by the Constitution. And the Constitution is a living and breathing document, and it can be amended through the years, and it changes with its people. That's what makes our government unique to others around the world. I'll be referencing the Government Structure Handbook by the U.S. Department of Justice and my notes. So there's three pillars, the three branches. The first branch is the executive branch, which consists of the president. He's the commander in chief of the armed forces. He approves and vetoes bills which are passed by Congress, and he appoints the heads of departments and the Supreme Court justices. Keynote with Senate approval. The vice president, a key job that he holds is he's the tiebreaker in the Senate. And the executive departments and interdependent agencies. That makes up the executive branch. An interesting fact about this branch is you have to be 35 to be president or vice president. And originally, the vice president was the second place to the president, and that was changed in 1804. Next, we have the legislative branch. Basically is Congress and is comprised of two departments, one, the House of Representatives, and two, the Senate. The House of Representatives only introduces bills on taxes and the budget, and it votes to impeach officials, as we've seen twice in this last election. Now, the Senate is comprised of 100 people, two from each state, and it votes on the impeachment, and it ratifies treaties between the U.S. and foreign government. Together as Congress, together they are Congress, and they create bills that become law, declare war, and approve budgets. Next is the judicial branch, and they are ranked in order, three branches: the Supreme Court, Circuit Court of Appeals, and the district courts. Supreme Court is the highest ranking. It has 9 justices, which are judges. They can overturn lower courts, and they can abolish a state or federal law if they determine that it's unconstitutional. And key point, their decision is final. So then they have the Circuit Court of Appeals and the district courts, which basically fall underneath them. The main thing I want to illustrate is the checks and balances. Okay, how the executive branch is held in check by the other branches is one, by Congress can refuse to provide budget and confirm appointments that the president makes. And the Senate can reject treaties negotiated by the president. And the Supreme Court can rule that presidential actions were unconstitutional. They have that right. And the legislative branch, presidential power to veto bills passed by Congress. And the Supreme Court can declare that bills or acts are unconstitutional. And the judicial branch is held in check by the presidential, pardons and appoints justices. So the president can pardon, anyone from jail that's convicted, and he or she appoints the justices. And Congress can determine the number of judges and their salaries, so that's held in check as well. Congress chooses which cases can begin in the Supreme Court. So some of them that are strictly constitutional begin straight in the Supreme Court, and that's dictated by Congress. Well, I hope that has whetted your thirst for a government of knowledge, and I encourage you to study and become part of our government. Thank you.